In this tutorial for 411 Fit Coaching Edition for Health Professionals, I will be going over the daily activity report within your reporting main page. Remember to access a report, click on your client in your main client page. We will then click on the drop-down to the right of their name and select Reports. The Daily Activity Report is the first report to show up under General Reports. Click on the Daily Activity Report to access this report. You will notice on all the reports a toggle to the right of the name to tell you a little bit more about the report. The Daily Activity Report gives you the nitty-gritty details of everything that your client has entered for that day. When you pull it up, it is current to that time of day. First, I see how the grades break down for the client. First, their overall grade, which again is a combination of their nutrition, exercise, and progress towards goals we have set. I can then toggle between each grade, for example nutrition, to see a breakdown of how that grade was created. Here I can see where the client is having trouble, for example, with calories, fat, and protein. If I then would like to send the client a message to help them better plan throughout the day, I can. Do note that there is an explanation of why the grade is what it is based off of the goals that you have set. Do note with things like fat that the goal is based on a proration of the overall goal for the day, meaning it is current for that time of day and knows that there is still time left for the client to enter food. As I scroll down, I can look at the details of the information that has been entered. First, let's look at nutrition. As I expand nutrition, I can see the foods that this client has entered so far. It allows me to comment on what they have eaten. As I close that report, I will move to exercise. This allows me to see the exercise that this client has entered so far. As I scroll down, it also gives me a summary not just of today, but of the totals for the week, as those are important things that I am tracking. The next thing I can look at is measurements that have been entered by the client. I see here that a weight measurement has been made, in addition to a foam rolling measurement. Finally, I can expand any notes that I have made on this client. As I scroll back up, note that I can configure this report, meaning that if I would like to look at yesterday's information, I can click on Configure, change the date, and update the report. Now the report will show me the daily activity for the day before. If I would like to save this report and perhaps share it with my client, I will click on Save Report. Here I can make any comments that I want and determine if I want to share the report with my client. Once I have saved this report, it will be in my Saved Report section on the report main page. Remember too that if I'd like to look at a report for another client, I can simply click on the drop down above and select that client. Everything will remain the same, meaning I will see activity for that client on the day that I selected. If I then would like to configure the report for today, I can click on Configure Report and change back to today. This concludes the Daily Activity Report tutorial.